This is the Commissioner meeting of December 8th, 2021 at 6 p.m., Sussex County Community College, Performing Arts Center, Newton, New Jersey. I'm going to call the meeting to order, and Terry, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Carney?
Here.
Director Fantasia?
Here.
Commissioner Fasano?
Here.
Absent this evening are Commissioners Patillo and Yardley.
At this time, I would ask you to please rise with me as we observe a moment of silence and salute to the flag. I ask that you keep our brave men and women who served in Pearl Harbor and those we lost in your thoughts. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public statement. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, adequate notice as defined by Section 3D of Chapter 231, PL 1975, has been made by regular mail and email, such notice being submitted on September 15, 2021, from the Administrative Center of the County of Sussex, located at 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey, to the following: New Jersey Herald, Star Ledger, WSUS Radio, and WNNJ Radio, and is also posted on the bulletin board maintained in the Administrative Center for Public Announcements, and has been submitted to the Sussex County Clerk in compliance with said act. At this time, please mute all of your electronic devices. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
Still move.
Second.
Discussion. There are 2 additional topics that will be added to executive session under exemption number 7. They are attorney-client communication and acquisition of real property. Are there any other discussion items? Okay, I need a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pass. Number 6, proclamations, certificates, and presentations. I need a motion to adopt the proclamations.
Still move.
And a second.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, we have 1 proclamation recognizing Aiden Poland, Eagle Scout Court of Honor. I believe Commissioner Fasano will be attending Saturday to present that. I also will be presenting the recognition for the Franklin Band at their concert on Saturday as well. Okay, number 7, public hearings. There are none. Number 8 is our first public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make comments of 3 minutes or less regarding a specific agenda item. Please line up at the microphone and maintain 6 feet social distance with other attendees. Please state your name and your municipality and the agenda topic for the record. So I need a motion to open the floor for public comment on agenda items.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the floor is now open for public comment on agenda items only.
Good evening. Excuse me. My name is Jason Garrigan. I live in Hampton Township, and I'm here to speak about the PBA 138 Prosecutors Unit contract negotiations. I'm a detective sergeant in the prosecutor's office, and I've been a dedicated county employee for just shy of 21 years. I stand before you this evening to bring some light to some matters that I feel are unknown to both you, the Board of County Commissioners, as well as the tax-paying public. As you all know, the prosecutor's office detectives have been working without a contract since January 2020. Although our negotiations have come to a bit of a stalemate, it was brought to our attention that some within the administration do not even know what the prosecutor's detectives do for the County of Sussex, and I'd like an opportunity to shed some light on that. The prosecutor's office is the lead law enforcement agency inside this county. Every local police agency, as well as the state police, relies on the prosecutor's office for guidance on everything from violations of domestic violence restraining orders to homicides. Our detectives are on call and are available to respond to crime scenes 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and when we arrive on scene of a crime, it's effectively our job to see that that case proceeds through the investigative process. We act as a direct liaison between our assistant prosecutors and the local detectives. We also at times act as the actual case detective in our towns that do not have full-time detective staff. Many of our detectives hold specialized certifications that local police agencies just don't have. Some examples, our high-tech crimes unit, our arson unit, forensic interviews of child sexual assault victims, the County Narcotics Task Force, internal affairs, animal cruelty, expert testimony. We also offer community outreach in the form of presentations for insurance fraud, internet scams, and cyberbullying. The prosecutor's office maintains all records for all in-county registered sex offenders, and it maintains a watchful eye on all of those offenders to make sure that they're complying with all their registration requirements. The prosecutor's office has a cold case homicide investigation unit that works on decades-old, unsolved homicides, which in some cases the local detective on the initial case has long since retired. Our high-tech crimes detectives go through approximately 200 hours of initial training to complete a forensic examination of cell phones and computers, and they have to go through thousands of child pornography images, and obviously you can see that this sticks with them. It can only be described as horrendous work. It should be noted that many of the criminal cases that we have inside of our county have some sort of high-tech crime associated with them. We also have detectives that do child abuse investigations where they interview children between the ages of 3 and 12. Having done that for 8 years, some of the things I've heard are terrible. I have a little bit more, but I'll probably run out of time, so I want to thank you guys for your time, wish you a Merry Christmas and a very happy holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. Happy holidays. My name is Kim Bailey, and I reside in Frankfort Township. My agenda topic for the record is also matters relating to PBA Local 138 Prosecutors Unit negotiations. I'm a detective sergeant at the Sussex County Prosecutor's Office. I've been employed there for over 20 years. During such time, I've seen many contracts negotiated and have been on several negotiating committees. We've always been able to come to an agreement. I have never seen such a lack of cooperation, communication, and respect during our current negotiations. This is the first time we're experiencing many issues. For example, this is the first time, to my knowledge, that the county administrator did not even have the courtesy to attend the last 3 meetings. This is the first time a county administrator just refuses to recognize the prosecutor's office as the chief law enforcement agency in the county, and even questions whether we oversee crime scenes. Apparently, we have all been doing our job wrong. I would have preferred not being the detective overseeing crime scenes when a grieving mother begged me to put a blanket on her 2-week-old deceased baby and sit with him because he was cold and lonely. Or perhaps the time I had to keep pulling a mother off her 17-year-old son's cold body after he overdosed and died from heroin. Or telling the new mother that her husband just fell off a bridge and died. But these are the things we have to do on a regular basis. These are the situations we encounter and the scenes we control. These are the painstaking realities that we take home with us when we return to our families. These are situations that mentally challenge us and keep us awake at night. So I'm sorry if we all take it personally when we are told that it's not your job and you are not being properly compensated for it. Our detectives and our sergeants have continued to work diligently through the pandemic. We are still out in the community making arrests, serving search warrants, educating the public, overseeing crime scenes, checking on sex offenders, etc. The sergeants have been working full-time throughout the pandemic, yet have not seen a raise since 2019. Our morale has been crushed. We are aware of another county law enforcement agency working every other day from home. Sergeants in that department have higher salaries and similar time on the job, yet make more money when we come to work every day. Fact, all other 20 counties in the state pay their prosecutor's office sergeants higher salaries than any other county law enforcement officers, yet Sussex County sergeants are paid the lowest. Why do all other counties recognize their prosecutor's office as the chief law enforcement agency and treat them as such except Sussex County? Meanwhile, there was a NewJersey.com article published in May of 2019 by Steve Strunsky. This article lists our county administrator as the 7th highest paid in the state, which is more than the Morris County administrator, even though their population is approximately 350,000 more than ours. Additionally, their prosecutor's office detectives make substantially more than ours. And I couldn't go without mentioning that our county administrator has a higher salary than the governor of New Jersey. How can anyone justify this? In addition, all non-represented employees will be receiving their third 2% raise this coming January. This is on top of salary adjustments already made for many of the non-represented employees that the board has approved over the last several years, and you continue to do so. Just an example, the May 10th, 2018 New Jersey Herald article by Bruce Scruton states, and I quote, "Also on Wednesday, the freeholders approved a list of nearly 50 employees who will be getting raises. Pop said the raises don't include yet to be determined cost of living increases."
Time is up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
guessing so.
Seeing no one else come forward, I need a motion to close to public session regarding agenda items.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, floor is closed for public comment on agenda items. We're going to move on to commissioner comments. We're going to start with Commissioner Carney.
Thank you, Director. I do believe this is the least amount of people I've seen in an audience since I've been here. Just a couple amendments and then some personal things that I just want to go over. Amendments to the Sussex County Resolution establishing county roads as through streets. The county engineer in the Sussex County Division of Engineering finds it in the interest of public safety to make the following amendment. County Route 636 between U.S. Route 206 near Covers Lake and Madison Reservoir Avenue in Frankfort Township. The intersection of County Route 636 and Madison Reservoir Road in Frankfort Township is designated as an all-way stop intersection. Stop signs shall be installed on all four approaches. Between Madison Reservoir Avenue in Frankfort Township and County Road 519, a.k.a. Wantage Avenue, and County Route 661 between New Jersey Route 15 in Lafayette Township and Pelltown Road in Lafayette Township. The intersection of County Route 661 and Pelltown Road in Lafayette Township is designated as an all-way stop intersection. Stop signs shall be installed on all four approaches between Pelltown Road in Lafayette Township and New Jersey Route 94 in Hardiston. All right. Route 23 Hardiston Township Corridor Improvements. This is Route 23 northbound and southbound, mile point 27.04 to 31.16. Mobilization and installation of construction signs, clear side from mile point 2704 to 2760. Striping and barrier installation for traffic shift from mile point 30.63 to 31.16. There's a traffic shift going over there. Proposed start date is Friday, December 17th. More on a personal note, I need to amend something that I said at the last meeting when it came to what your anti-drug contest. I spoke about that a little bit. I said originally that it was social services, and it's not. It's prevention. It's Center for Prevention and Counseling. So my bad. I apologize. I actually got an email from the woman who runs that, and I told her we would talk about it. It's obviously, it's been going on since 2001. It's a 20-year contest, and they do a great job over there. So I just wanted to amend that. I did feel bad to give somebody else credit when somebody else deserved that. I went to the food pantry. I did a proclamation on Tuesday at the food pantry. We obviously donated a breakfast for the county commissioners. It was very nice. There was about 25 volunteers there. And I guess on Tuesdays is their big day of ShopRite order. And I think there was around $8,000 worth of food that came in that day. So everybody was running around. They were very happy. Read the proclamation. Sam actually was there to attend with me. So it was a very good day, and they're very appreciative. They thank us all for sponsoring that. I did bring up to Carol Novert called me and thanked me, and I told her I would like to do, as long as you guys are good with it, do another one. Maybe if somebody was leaving at that time, if she was leaving, kind of do a bon voyage kind of / another appreciation time come April-ish, whenever she felt fit. So I did bring that up if you guys are good with that. And this food pantry, keep in mind, never shut down during COVID, ever. They feed a ton of people, over 20 different venues. They assist with food, not including school lunches and so on and so forth. So just great, all in all great. I did meet with Bill Copenall on Tuesday as well, since I was here. We talked about the 206 culvert in Andover Borough there. I wanted to throw a couple ideas at him, what I thought, since I do that for a living. So he's going to be reaching out to the DOT. That job, again, is 9 months. Just being on DOT jobs and doing them for 20 years, there's just no way that's going to be a 9-month job. It's not going to happen. It's going to impact those roads. and those municipalities. So I'm hoping they'll come up with a better solution than what they have. And Anthony, you sat on that in that meeting, and it's just, that's going to be rough. 15,000 people going through that a day. And if it doesn't go 9 months, it goes a year and a half, 2 years, maybe 3. It's just not going to be good for the county or the municipalities. So he's working on that, and he's spearheading it, and I know he's working with Administrator Poff on that as well. I did attend, there was a German Fest that usually happened in Sparta, that happened at the fairgrounds. I went there with my family on Saturday. It was jam-packed, maybe more so than the fair. Good for them. Kudos to them. It was a good showing. To a point, they ran out of nuts, fudge, pudding shots. But it was good. It was really, really good. A little cold for my liking, but very good. And then on Friday, I will be doing a groundbreaking with Deputy Commissioner Fasano for the groundbreaking at the Wawa in Frankfurt. So nice to hear that there's some businesses coming in, and that Wawa will be the most northern, northwestern Wawa in the state of New Jersey, which is good. And that's going to be opening up, I believe, in the summer 22. So they should be starting pretty soon once that groundbreaking happens. Those things go up quick, just like those quick checks. You're talking 6-7 months, and they're up. So pretty cool, you know, in this economy and with COVID going on, they're still building, which is nice. So, and that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Director Fasano.
Well, thank you, Director Fantasia, and thanks to all who joined us this evening. I'll start right on our agenda in our proclamations portion, where Director Fantasia mentioned we will be splitting our Saturday duties, and on Saturday I'll be headed to Opakon for the Eagle Court of Honor for Aid in Poland, and we have attended quite a number of these Eagle Scout ceremonies throughout the year. It's awesome, to be honest with you. I'm really happy that we do this as a board. I know not every county does it, but I think it's really important for us to be at those events congratulating both the young men and women who receive these awards. It's really hard to earn. I tell all of them that I still don't necessarily know how to tie a knot, so I'm fascinated with their work and what it is that they can do. But that's where I'll be on Saturday happily. And I think we should be putting something out as a board congratulating all of the Eagle Scouts that we've seen over the last year. As Commissioner Carney mentioned, I'm going to be joining him on Friday for the groundbreaking of Wawa in Frankfurt. Not only is it the most northwestern Wawa in the state, it's also Sussex County's first Wawa, and I think that's really important. I can attest to the fact that I've heard from residents who have specifically asked if there was a way to get Wawa hoagies into Sussex County, and that is happening. And I'm so excited for that, more than anything, let alone their investment in our county and the jobs and the social impact that they'll create as well. Speaking of holiday events, there's a ton of them taking place throughout the county over the next few weeks. We here at the county put out a release with many of those events taking place. For all of that info, the latest COVID figures, public announcements, and more, please visit our website at sussex.nj.us. And since my last report a few weeks ago, there has been a lot of planning meetings. This is the planning month for sure. I was really encouraged with a meeting that we had with our administration, with council as well, regarding the American Rescue Plan and our plan for premium pay. So I was really encouraged by that. I know we have a ton of more planning meetings coming up over the next few weeks regarding both the American Rescue Plan and our budget as well. So with that, Director, that concludes my report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, this evening I'm going to start out with our update from Sussex County Community College that I received from Dr. Connolly. Regarding academics, Vince Vitale and Tim O'Connor are continuing to highlight the academic programs for radio and website through the media services area. Their latest interview was with the agriculture supervisor, Erin Collins. So there's some more episodes that are scheduled in the upcoming weeks. And the planning for the 2022 fire training programming has begun, with 2 lead instructors taking on the role of Fire 1 and Fire 2 training program coordinators. By way of facilities and security, the HVAC unit replacement for the Public Safety Training Academy is planned for later this month. Marketing and enrollment, Vernon is hosting a technical program week during lunch periods at the school. As far as athletics, the men's and women's soccer teams had outstanding seasons. They both qualified for their National Junior College Athletic Association National Tournament. Women won their first game in Sugar Grove, Illinois, and in Wichita, Kansas, thus being the first team in school history to earn their win in a national tournament. The men participated in the national tournament in New York as the 6th seed and the 8-team national tournament. They did not prevail in that, however. Congratulations to the head men and women's coach, Frank Vernaccio, and his staff and all of the players here. An internet fiber line has been connected to the MTech Building A to get the building ready for culinary instruction starting in the spring of 2022, so we know that that was a big project that was moving forward, and it's nice to see that moving along still. First week in November, they hosted the First Generation celebration for students who represent the first in their families to pursue a college education. So I thought that was pretty unique. And in recognition of Veterans Day, the college hosted a ceremony on the Connor Green. The veteran coordinator, Jay Christie, and Jason Fruge, who's the Dean of Technical Occupations, and he's a veteran, he spoke at the event. And also, I wanted to thank him for speaking because he actually spoke to my students in Bergen County virtually the same day. So I think I had him he had a 15-minute window from when he finished with my students and then went to the Green. So that was very good. So again, thank you. As far as the foundation held their annual Funding Their Future event at Perona Farms, and they actually raised more than $75,000 for scholarships for local students. They are seeking nominations for their board of directors. And that nomination process is remaining open. The names of candidates for consideration can be submitted to Stan Kula. And Lakeland Bank recently awarded the foundation a $10,000 community impact grant to support the electrical line worker program at the college, which I thought was interesting. So college continues to grow, continues to make strides and branch out into the greater community, which is nice. I'm going to move on to the updates from the health department. So the Sussex County Division of Health, in collaboration with Sparta Pharmacy, is offering the Moderna and J&J and Pfizer vaccine and the Pfizer pediatric vaccine in addition to the flu vaccine. And the Division of Health is adding more clinics at the fairgrounds to meet the rising demand in the county. So if you check our website, you can see the dates. But the most upcoming ones, Byram Township Volunteer Firehouse on Wednesday, December 15th, and Vernon Township Senior Center on Tuesday, December 21st. No cost, and you do not need an appointment. So if you choose to be vaccinated or choose to receive a booster, the county is working to make those available to residents who select that option. Now, free at-home test kits are still available. I know many places of employment may require testing, weekly testing. You can go online to our website, and there are 2 at-home tests that are available free of charge to Sussex County residents. One is the Vault test, that's the saliva test, and the second is through, it's LabCorp, and that one's the regular nasal swab test. And you have it delivered to your home, do the test at home, mail it back, and you should have your results anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. They are PCR. So that is remaining available at no cost to Sussex County residents. We also have a few updates by way of our activity here regarding COVID. The county has a total of 20,435 since the start of the pandemic, which represents about 14.6% of our population. We have 358 deaths as a result. And if you recall, 134 of those are linked to long-term care facilities in the county. Hospitalizations in November, we had a total of 62 hospitalizations. In October, we had a total of 69. So they're about staying the same by way of hospitalizations. As far as outbreaks in the county, and outbreaks are defined, we have in our head what the word outbreak may mean. Outbreak is defined as 2 or more cases that are linked as transmitting within that location. So let's say you have a workplace or a school, and there are 3 cases in the school, but they are entirely unrelated. Someone got it at soccer practice, somebody got it from Aunt Sally, and then somebody got it from their brother that they visited in Virginia. That's not considered an outbreak. Those all originate elsewhere. It's considered an outbreak when it's actually taking place and the spread is happening in the facility or business location itself or school. So as of right now, there are 16 outbreaks in the county. In 1 acute care facility, 5 long-term care facilities of staff and residents. So we have 19 of those facilities in Sussex County. So we're looking at the 5 plus 1, so that's 6 out of 19 have some kind of outbreak. 7 schools are reporting an outbreak, 2 group homes, and 1 business office. So that's what we're looking at right now. And if you need any information about COVID at all, please visit the Sussex County website, sussex.nj.us. Now, also very, very important to remember, the flu did not disappear, regardless, in my humble opinion, of what the media wanted you to believe over the course of the past year and a half. The flu is alive and well and still can create quite a negative impact on our elderly and also on our school-age children. And I speak from experience seeing sometimes flu rip through schools, and I've seen it happen in the past years in my school in particular. The flu did not go anywhere, and flu vaccines are still available, so we highly recommend that you take advantage of flu vaccines at the county level. And flu vaccines come with much less of a political overtone or controversy or whatnot. It's the good old flu vaccine. So it is available to you through the County of Sussex. Now, the last thing that I want to touch on are just a little bit about the results of our American Rescue Plan Small Business Survey. As you know, the county is scheduled to receive total of a bit over $27 million in American Rescue Plan funding, and the board has made it a priority for small business relief. We do know that as a direct result of the governor's arbitrary executive orders, over a third of New Jersey businesses have been shuttered as a direct result. So we are looking to use a portion of those funds for business relief. Sussex County was iced out of significant funding at the start of distribution of relief funding related to COVID or any funding for COVID whatsoever. And it was absolutely a travesty that was the case. So now that we do have funds coming that do not involve our governor, who tends to overlook Sussex County as if it's his job to do so, we had reached out to different businesses to get some feedback as far as their thoughts. We did receive responses from 50 businesses, and I just want to touch on a couple highlights as far as what individuals have been sharing with us. So, a couple points to note. We had asked how has COVID affected their businesses, and the most common responses came back. They had added expenses to mitigate public safety risks, so to make their businesses COVID compliant. 40 out of 50 respondents said that was an issue. Employee layoffs and workforce displacement. 20 businesses reported that. Supply chain disruptions. If you look, you'll see the joke memes where you say on Black Friday shopping and you see a cargo ship in the middle of the ocean and people swimming out to it. So there's supply chain disruptions, and 30 businesses reported that is negatively impacting their business right now. Also, we have here, if business disruption continues at the current rate, how soon will your business be at risk of closing permanently? One business did report in less than 1 month. 6 businesses reported in 1 to 2 months. 14 businesses reported in 3 to 5 months. So that right there tells me that the time is absolutely right for our county to step in and help distribute these funds and really help to support these businesses. They were asked at this time, what are you most concerned about? And they cited things such as paying this month's rent and mortgage, making payroll, employees' financial welfare, losing work, clients, and sales, losing employees, and also getting inventory in, as I mentioned. And what type of assistance is now needed as we are coming out of the pandemic? 20 businesses reported we need back-to-work incentives. They're looking to get information on financial assistance from this board over the next 90 days. So now that we know we're receiving actual distribution of the funding, we have this information back. Again, we're an elected board of 5. We all come from different industries, but we are in no way experts on every type of business that's here in Sussex County. So it's incredibly important that we use this feedback as we guide this money in the proper direction, so it goes to exactly what these businesses need to support their workers, and so that they, as business owners, are able to remain stable and open. So, again, the report, we all received it. I know Administrator Poff and his staff and Elka, and also the Economic Development Committee, and along with Tammy Horsfield, did just an outstanding job in gathering this information, putting it together so it was digestible for the board. And I look forward to, the board being able to actually assign and approve those funds going to support our small businesses in Sussex County, because God bless them. We have a lot of small businesses and, places like Walmart and Home Depot, who are a part of our economy here, and we appreciate them here. They contribute greatly to our communities, but the fact that they were able to stay open and thrive and benefit during the pandemic from some of these other closures. Last time I checked, COVID did not discriminate between a mom and pop hardware store and Home Depot. I think it was an equal opportunity infector. And it agitates me to no end, and this board to no end, at the politics that were played that way. So it is the duty of this board to make sure that money gets where it needs to go. And that is my report for this evening. And we're going to move on to number 10, which is the approval of the consent agenda.
Director, I just want to add something to your report with
Yes.
that survey. Administrator Poff put out to the municipalities the same information we got to alleviate that cost to them, so they have the same information as us. So I think that was important. That's something we get a little savings to the municipality once in a while, and that's what we did. So I appreciate that, Mr. Poff.
I did see that, thank you. On the mayor's call, we have our monthly mayor's call,
Yeah.
and I saw that information did go out to them, because we know the municipalities did receive funds as well.
Correct,
Yeah.
and they're looking to do that, so at least they didn't have to
Great.
incur the cost.
Cost.
So,
Thank you for bringing that up. All right, so number 10 is the approval of the consent agenda. The Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex has reviewed the consent agenda consisting of various proposed resolutions and determined that adoption of the said resolutions is in and will further the public interest. If any commissioner would like to remove an item to be considered separately, please do so now. So I need a motion to adopt the consent agenda A through H.
So moved.
And a second.
second.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Pass. Number 11 is the approval of minutes for the regular meeting of November 23rd, 2021, and the executive session, November 23rd, 2021. A motion to approve the meetings from both the regular meeting and the executive session.
Still move.
Second.
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Pass. Number 12, appointments and/or resignations. There are none. Number 13 are our list of resolutions. I need a motion to adopt resolutions A through L.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Terry, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Fasano,
Yes.
Director Fantasia.
Yes.
Commissioner Carney.
Yes.
Number 14, awards of contract, change orders, and bids. The Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex has reviewed the award of contract change orders bids consisting of various proposed resolutions and determined that adoption of the said resolutions is in and will further the public interest. I need a motion to adopt resolutions A through H.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Discussion. Terry, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Fasano?
Yes.
Director Fantasia?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Number 15, financial. The resolution for the payment of the bills list dated December 8th, 2021. I need a motion to pay the bills list.
Still moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion. Terry, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Fasano?
Yes.
Director Fantasia?
Yes.
Commissioner Carney?
Yes.
Personnel, there is no report. Number 17, administrative report. Administrator Pah.
Thank you, Director. We continue to develop the 2022 county budget. The capital budget hearings have completed. A tour of several county bridges was held on November 15th to assist the Capital Projects Committee with its deliberations. A meeting of the Operating Budget Committee is scheduled for later this month. As mentioned by Commissioner Carney, the county held a meeting with its local municipal partners to discuss NJDOT's proposal for the replacement of the bridge and the rehabilitation of the railroad tunnel located on Route 206 in Andover Borough. The meeting was held to initiate a collaboration between the county and its interested partners to review this project and identify specific local concerns. A draft letter has been prepared by the county engineer and is currently under review to be sent to the State Department of Transportation to outline those concerns. As the director mentioned, the county continues to offer at no cost COVID-19 tests, having partnered with LabCorp and Vault Health to offer these free COVID-19 at-home testing kits for all of the residents. All of the information about obtaining those kits is available on the county's website at sussex.nj.us. And lastly, the Division of Health had convened its monthly mayor's call on Tuesday, December 7th. The county's division director, Dr. Lama Jadad, presented the current status of the COVID-19 pandemic within the county. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Number 18, County Council report.
Nothing for public consumption other than just to point out that you have and already adopted a resolution on the agenda tonight to opt into the settlement agreement for the opioid litigation. We're still continuing to monitor exactly how those monies are going to be allocated, so there may be one further thing to do related to it, but so far all the participating subdivisions seem to be in agreement.
Thank you. Number 19 is unfinished business. Does any commissioner have any unfinished business? Number 20, new business. Any new business? Okay, number 21 is public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make general comments of 3 minutes or less on non-agenda topics. Please line up at the microphone and maintain 6 feet social distance with other attendees. Please state your name and municipality for the record. So I need a motion to open the floor for public comment on items not on the agenda.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, the meeting is now open to non-agenda items.
Good evening. I'm still Kim Bielli. I still reside in Frankfort Township. And I would like to continue finishing my presentation. In addition, I'll now represent...
Yeah, we're, to the extent we don't go back and give somebody like a second 3 minutes. Otherwise, it just kind of becomes a continuous process. So happy if you want to submit your statement, by all means, like we'll take a copy, send it in. I'll make sure it gets to the commissioners.
Would the board consider taking a vote to consider allowing this evening?
I'm sorry?
She's asking if you guys want to take a vote to allow it to continue. I think that the problem with that is it's just a slippery slope. So if you do it here, then we run the risk of having to do it at every meeting going forward. So it's just a bright line 3-minute rule. It's withstand court scrutiny. So, I mean, I think the commissioner, I'm going to recommend to the commissioners that they stick to it. The accommodation I'm willing to offer you, ma'am, is by all means, please send us the written statement. I will make sure that every commissioner gets a copy gets distributed to him and her.
Would you send it to us regardless, because we do have 2 commissioners who are not here this evening who also
Absolutely.
would benefit from having it in writing. I think in writing actually would benefit us more to be able to actually read it and dig into it and cross-check.
Okay.
And by all means, if you send it to me, I'll make sure that I respond to you so that you know it's been disseminated to the board. it won't fall through the cracks.
Are they also to my office?
That's fine.
Would you like to give me your copy tonight? For the board?
I will email it out tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, seeing no one come forward, I'd like to make a motion to close the meeting to the public on non-agenda items.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, public comment on non-agenda items is now closed. Number 22 is reminders. Please check the county website, www.sussex.nj.us, for meeting schedules. Again, there is the band concert, the Franklin Band, which is award-winning all over the nation, is doing a very special commemorative concert at the Wallkill Valley High School Auditorium on Grum Road this Saturday at 2 p.m. So please bring the family. I'm sure it'll be beautiful, and I will certainly be there. Okay, we are on to number 23, executive session. This is a resolution providing for an executive closed session not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12.
Whereas the subject matter about to be discussed may be excluded for the public portion of the meeting by resolution of the Board of County Commissioners as an exception to the Public Meetings Act pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B, and whereas it appears necessary for the Board of County Commissioners to discuss such matters in executive session, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex, in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B and NJSA 10:4-13, that the Board at this time enter into an executive session from which the public shall be excluded, and be it further resolved that the general nature of the subjects to be discussed relate to the following items authorized by NJSA 10:4-12B as designated. Item number 7, matters relating to litigation, negotiations, and the attorney-client privilege. They are PBA 138 Sheriff's Office Unit, PBA 138 Prosecutor's Unit, attorney-client communication, and acquisition of real property, and item 8, matters relating to employment relationship, personnel policies. Be it further resolved that the deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners, or provided by law that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality, and be it further resolved that upon the completion of the business for which the board has entered into the executive session, the board shall not reconvene its meeting open to the public, and therefore the board will adjourn the meeting from executive session.
Okay, just before we go into our executive session, and I ask for the vote on that, just to clarify, the board is not taking action on any of those items, and I know what the individuals that were here were speaking to was the prosecutor's unit. So again, we do have to update the rest of our board, who is not here this evening, on our discussions in executive session that our attorney will do, and it's much more helpful to have any additional commentary put in writing, so we're able to disseminate that, but we are not taking action tonight on that item.
Correct.
So at this point, we need a motion to adopt this executive session resolution and enter into executive session.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The board is now in executive session. Please drive safe. I saw some white flaky stuff out
Thank
there,
you.
so
Get
get
home
home
safe.
safe.